Good morning to all our viewers. Today, in this program, we are going to talk about bullying. We are all day receiving news about harassment of every type, at the school, through the internet, but do we really know what bullying is and what are the signs to detect it? Today, we are going to solve all doubts, and we have the support of our team members, Pablo, Fernando, Jose, and Maria.
And now the characteristics. Bullying has the following characteristics. Intentionality. The aggression produced does not constitute an isolated event and is directed at a specific person with the intention of making him/her a victim. Repetition. It is expressed in an aggressive action that is repeated over time, and the victim suffers it continuously, generating in him or her the expectation of being the target of future attacks. Imbalance of power. There is an inequality of physical, psychological, or social power which generates an imbalance of forces in interpersonal relationships and defenselessness and personalization. The target of bullying is usually a single pupil who is thus placed in a situation of defenselessness. Collective or group component. Normally there is not just one aggressor, but several. And passive bystanders. Bullying situations are usually known by third parties who do not contribute sufficiently to stop the aggression.
Hi, I'm Fernando, and I'm going to talk about the person that are involved in the bullying. First of all, the aggressor. The profile of the aggressor is characterized by desire to harm, desire to exert control and dominance, antisocial behavior, desire to stand out of the group. The victims. The victim display is the following behaviors. Students considered weak, isolated, or different by their classmates. Pupils with poor communication and peer relationship skills. Low self-esteem, feelings of fear and insecurity, passive attitude, or reactive provocative attitude at times. And finally, bystanders. Bystanders, in general, they display the following possible behaviors: passive and indulgent attitude, tolerant attitude, indifferent attitude, it's someone's problem, passive collaboration of the aggressor, passive collaboration of the aggressor, and active bystanders.
Hi again, I'm Maria, and I'm going to talk about types of bullying. Bullying can take different forms: social exclusion and marginalization, ignoring someone in a passive way, not letting them participate in an active way, discrimination on the basis of gender, race, disability, etc. We also have verbal aggression, teasing, belittling in public, pointing out physical defects, spreading rumors, racist remarks. We have talking badly about someone in an indirect way, name-calling, mixed, harassment and humiliation, physical aggression like slapping, hitting, pinching, shoving, extortion in a direct way, hiding things in an indirect way, intimidation, threats, blackmail. We also have sexual harassment, that is a harassment or aggression against sexual freedom and sexual orientation. And we have sexual abuse, cyberbullying, that is harassment through technological means, intimidation, dissemination of insults, threats, or publication of unwanted images through email, websites, social networks, messages on mobile phones. We have cyberbullying as bullying between peers through the use of new technologies. We have sexting and sending sexual content between minors, grooming, harassment of minors by adults for sexual purposes. We also have phishing, capture of personal data, impersonation on social networks, distribution of images that harm others.
Hi, I'm Maria, and I'm going to talk about the effects of bullying. For the victim, it can result in school failure, physiological trauma, physical risks, dissatisfaction, anxiety, unhappiness, personality problems, and risks to their balanced development. In the case of sexual and sexist bullying, it could lead to the internalization of the role of victim. For the aggressor, it can be the prelude to future antisocial behavior, a practice of obtaining power based on aggression, which can be perpetuated in adult life, and even our estimation of the violence as socially acceptable and rewarded. In the case of gender-based bullying, some studies suggest that having adopted the role of aggressor can lead to then gender-based violence and abuse in adulthood. For peer bystanders, it can lead to a passive and tolerant or complacent attitude toward injustice and a misperception of personal worth and ways of interacting with others.
Hi, I'm Jose Luis, and I'm going to talk about the signs of bullying. Children or teenagers who are being bullied or may display unexplained injuries, loss of school supplies or games, frequent headache or stomachache, or complaints of general sickness. Change eating habits, an increase in aggressive behavior, difficult in falling asleep or having nightmares, urine leakage, decreasing academic performance, loss of interest in schoolwork, or refusal to go to school. Sudden loss of friends or desire to avoid activities with peers. Feelings of helplessness or decreased self-esteem. Self-harming behaviors such as self-harm or talk of suicide. Signs that a child or teenager is bullying others. Children who are bullying another peer may display aggressive behavior, frequent expulsions from the classroom, having new money or object for which they cannot explain the source, or concern about reputation and popularity. Warning signs of cyberbullying. These signs may indicate that someone is being bullied via internet or mobile phone. Significant increase or decrease in mobile, tablet, or computer use. Overreaction when using the electronic device. The child or teenager hides the screen when other people are nearby or avoids talking about what they are doing. Closing or creating new accounts on social networks.
Thank you so much. Now, to illustrate all this theory, we have the pleasure of interviewing Fernando, one of our partners that have suffered bullying. Is that true?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, Fernando, what happened in that moment? Maybe this is the key question to understand everything.
Well, a boy of my group of friends at the school began to insult me, attack me constantly, messing with my way of dressing, acting, and expressing myself.
And how did you feel when you saw one of your classmates treating you like that?
Well, bad, alone.
And what was your reaction? Did you tell anyone? We know that asking in this type of situations it's quite difficult.
Yeah, I didn't tell anyone at first. I was afraid because I thought they wouldn't believe me and the boy would mess with me more if I found out. But finally I decided to tell my parents.
And did they do anything to solve it?
Well, they don't believe me and they thought it was a childish situation, but the bullying continued. I insist them. They decided to take action. They talked with the teachers.
And what was the final solution?
The teachers talked to the child. He changed class and they punished him without going to the playground 1 week. At home, his parents punished him too.
Okay, so thank you so much, Fernando. I'm sure that this little interview has helped our audience to understand everything. So thank you very much. That's all for today.